It's your boy Elegantly Disheveled, and we are back with a new Dynamite review. Let's get it. I promise I'm going to try to keep these shorter. I just got a lot to say. Now, this first match was awesome. I thought this was another great start. I mean, it's Kenny Omega, and it's Rocky. Like, how could you not have a good match? But this was the moment of the night. Rocky did his little soccer slide, and Kenny knew exactly what to do. You can't turn your back on Kenny. Just go. Damn, Kenny, that B-trigger looked like it hurt so bad. He hit him with another one, and then, you know what it is, One Wing Angel, and that match was a wrap. But the segment isn't over, because Kenny said that he's coming for that belt, and it doesn't matter if it is foe or friend. He said people that he hates, people that he loves, and that brought out this guy. Hangman showed Kenny respect, and he said if we have to fight, then we gotta fight. But he said no one's gonna be in front of him. He's gonna be the next champ. He said not even Swerve, and that brought out say their names and they appear. I believe in Swerve Strickland. But Swerve wasn't so nice, and Kenny suggested that he might want to fight instead of talk. This brought out Don Callis. Don Callis was making rules and stipulations. He was wanting Kenny to call him daddy. Why does he want to be the daddy? So they set it up that the winner of Andrade versus Swerve will fight Kenny next week, and then that person gets a title shot. Overall, interesting idea. I want to see where it goes because I love everybody in this, and it seems like Hangman's getting left out. But this is going to be where my Don Callis family counter starts, because it was a Callis heavy show. Next match was Ace Austin versus Jon Moxley. And it seems like this was like a we're sorry kind of thing to Ace Austin. Like, you can fight Mox now because we changed the schedule and you couldn't make it to Collision to fight Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. But you know, Jon Moxley's just getting kicked in the face and he's living his dreams. But he also wasn't losing. He hit this dead rider that looked just wicked. And Ace Austin sold it like a mother, so definitely a great match. But this brought out Takeshita. And Takeshita wanted a title shot. And Moxley was respectful because he said, you beat me, 1, 2, 3. So this match is definitely going to happen again. And I don't know how long John's going to hold this title. He don't need it. Tech don't need it either, though. He should be going for the world title. Don Callis family checker 2. Oh, and then after the match, Davis and Doyle jumped Moxley after Takeshita left. I'm going to say 3-4. The next match was El Cone versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. And I thought this match was dope. El Cone really did kind of like a ground and pound thing with Mark, and like they really were going at it. And you could see that Mark was taking this match seriously too. Normally he's doing like the chicken, like, yeah, but like he wasn't really doing that. El Cone though did this move where he bounced right out of the J Driller. And I'm not saying that he should have no-sold that J Driller, but like, that was kind of wild how he did that. Like athleticism-wise, like that was just crazy. I mean, look at Mark's face. Like he was like, wait, what? But Mark came with a small package for the 1, 2, 3. He ain't losing this title. But then he made an open challenge for Collision. And this was wild. Because the lights went out, and all of a sudden this new music hit, and it was kind of creepy, but it was chill, and all of a sudden, Psycho Killer! Tommaso Ciampa just shows up out of nowhere, and it's kind of ridiculous because he said he was leaving the Fed, but it didn't sound like he was leaving it like that was I'm leaving right now, like bye. So I think it left a lot of people confused on where he was. I thought maybe he had to like sit out some time, you know, that's where his contract was, and they just weren't gonna push him. But here he is in AEW, Psycho Killer coming for the TNT Championship. Y'all better watch Collision. You better watch Collision. After that, MJF came out and he had a wicked promo again, which of course brought out Brody King, and he just tore Brody King apart. But you can't affect Brody King, no matter what you say to him. He's the best. But Brody King basically said that him and Tony Khan figured like, why not just have an eliminator match? So next week we're having Brody King versus MJF, and if Brody wins, he gets a title shot. Let's go. Y'all watch it next week, right? Next match was Chris Statlander versus Tekla for the Women's Championship, and this match was fucking awesome. Both women were murking each other, hard hitting, just like straight to it. This big boot by Tekla, like again, her in-ring ability and just her being alive in the ring is just different. But when she went for this tarantula, Chris Statlander's just too strong, so she just bodied her up and just fucking slammed her into the turnbuckles. Like Alabama slammed her face first into the turnbuckles. Like this. She looked like this. That hurt so bad. Because Chris caught her spear and then put her in this like modified babe with the power bomb kind. It was dope, yo. It was a really nice thing for Willow. And then she hit the Wednesday Night Fever, and it was a wrap. 1, 2, 3. Chris Statlander is still your women's champion. Now, earlier in the night, Kyle Fletcher was talking to Okada, and he got an apology from him. And Fletcher accepted. He forgave him. Don Callis told that to Tech, and Tech didn't like that. This was the last homie in the team that he thought had his back, and he turned on him. You don't do that to Tech. Look at him. Come on, bro. That's a future world champion. And you're just a TNT guy, apparently. Is that all you are? Think about it. Next was Doyle and Davis versus FTR for the World Tag Team Champions. And these dudes were having a killer match. Basically hard-hitting, ground and pound, real strict, old-school wrestling. In the end, I think Doyle ripped his bags out. He was heard over the mic saying it. And then he didn't really come back. Davis took the rest, like a minute and a half. He got the superplex, he got the splashdown. And after this happened, Garcia came in with the distraction, and Moxley came in with the tag belt and smashed his face in. So I thought it was a really interesting ending. It was more like a WWE kind of like a Fed thing. But hey, worked for me. They keep it moving. Hopefully Doyle is not actually hurt, or something can happen with this. And if we're keeping up with our Don Callis family, I think we're up to 9. If there's any match that you need to go out and you actually have to watch, you need to watch this Andrade versus Swerve match. It was amazing. These dudes were moving lightning quick. I mean, look at Andrade. He's spinning through the air, and he didn't take his pants off. It was amazing. These dudes were so lightning quick, I thought it was in fast forward. Again, Swerve hit this picture-perfect house call that clapped Andrade right in his neck. Go check out Andrade's Instagram. I'm pretty sure he posted it there. He's got black and blue all up on that. But he hit Swerve with the low blow. And then the DM. Oh, man, Swerve. You were so close. So Swerve's not fighting Kenny, but Andrade is. So Andrade versus Swerve next week. The winner, they get MJF. But of course, MJF needed to have a promo afterwards, and Kenny interrupted. He said, I'm coming for that. And MJF didn't know what to do, so he ran right into Andrade. And Andrade was like, I don't care about you. I'm taking that belt. And what did MJF do? He ran. As he tried to get to his car, popped out Hangman. This is just crazy. So many people are in this division just trying to get this belt, and it's beautiful to see. Again, another incredible AEW Dynamite. Wednesday nights are getting so good again. I'm hyped for next week. I'm hyped for Saturday. This is going to be an incredible week for wrestling. I am very excited for it. Thank you, Tony Khan. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know if you do that on Instagram, but let me know. Would you agree? Do you disagree? What did you think you needed more of? What would make this show even better? Are we all waiting for Will Ospreay to come back? Is it because Brody King's not champion yet? Let me know in the comments.